Hey everyone, do you love playing video games and using cool apps? Me too. Well, guess what? Today, we're going to find out the secret of how they're made so they work perfectly. Let's do this.
So, have you ever been playing a new game and thought, how did they make sure this would work? Like before it even gets to you, how do the makers know every button and every level is going to be perfect? It's a really good question, right?
Well, the answer is they test it a whole lot. And to show you exactly how they do it, we are going to do something really, really fun. We're going to build a toy car together right now. Ready? Awesome! Okay, so first things first, before we can build our car, we have to check out all the pieces. We need to look at every single part, one by one, to make sure it's good to go.
Now, this step has a big, fancy name. It's called component testing. But don't worry, all that means is checking one small piece all by itself. A component is just a grown-up word for a piece or a part. So really, we're just part testing.
Let's test our car parts. First up, the wheel. Give it a flick. Does it spin round and round? Woo! Yes, it does. Perfect. Okay, now let's grab the steering wheel. Can we turn it? Yep, it turns left, it turns right. Awesome. And last, the engine. Let's fire it up. Does it go vroom? Oh yeah, all our parts are working great. And here's the really cool part. Just like we tested our car's wheel, people who make apps test all the little pieces of their games. So think about the play button on YouTube. That's one tiny piece. They test it to see if it can play and pause a video. Every single little button gets tested all by itself, just like our car parts. Hooray! This is great news. We checked every single one of our car parts separately. The wheel spins, the steering wheel turns, and the engine goes vroom. Everything is perfect when it's all by itself. But hold on a second. All the pieces are great on their own. But what do you think will happen when we actually snap them all together to build the car? Is it all just going to work? I wonder. So, now we get to our next big question. We need to find out if all our awesome parts can actually work together as a team. This is a totally new kind of test. And you guessed it. This has a super long, fancy name too. It's called system integration testing. I know. It sounds really complicated, but it just means we're checking if all the pieces can work together as a team. It's all about teamwork. And this shows you the difference perfectly. Remember our first test? It was super easy. Does the wheel spin? Yep. But now, for the teamwork test, the question is way more interesting. Does turning the steering wheel actually make the wheels turn? See? It's about how they connect and work together.
And it's the same for apps. Think about Instagram. You have a piece for uploading a picture and a piece for adding a sticker. The teamwork test is if you put a sticker on your picture and post it, does the sticker stay on the picture? The two parts have to work together.
You know, this whole idea of making sure parts work together isn't just for toy cars and video games. You can find this idea of teamwork literally everywhere. Let's look at some other fun examples. Think about an orchestra. A trumpet sounds cool by itself, right? And drums are awesome on their own. But when they all play together, wow, that's music. Or what about a school play? The actors have to work together with the lights and the sound and with Legos. Maybe you built an awesome moving gate, but when you connect it to your big castle, does opening the gate make the whole tower fall over? It's all about teamwork. Wow, you learned so much today. You did an awesome job. So before we go, let's just go over the 3 biggest and most important ideas one more time. Okay, big idea number 1. First, you always have to test every single little piece all by its only self, like we did with our car wheel.
Big idea number 2. After you know the pieces are good, you have to test if they can all work together as a great team. It's teamwork time.
And the third and most important big idea, doing both of those tests, checking the parts and checking the teamwork. That's the big secret. That's what makes sure your favorite games and apps work perfectly for you every single time. And before I go, I have one last super cool fun fact for you. You know how sometimes people say a computer has a bug when something's wrong? Well, the very first computer bug was a real bug. It was a moth that got stuck inside a giant computer a super long time ago in 1947. Isn't that wild? Thanks so much for building with me today. See you next time.